headquarters.
Well, thanks for staying with us from coast to coast. The Weather Channel has you covered. I'm meteorologist Alex Wallace.
And I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. And as always, we're joined by our storm specialist, Dr. Greg Postel. And Greg, the snow in Marquette has been so impressive. It's one of those spots that we just can't help but look at every day.
We've had the cold air. We've had the lake effect sort of component to it. We've had weather systems move through. It all adds up, and it continues to add up. And, you know, we talked about being a 1-2 punch of cold air. I have a feeling it's more like a 1, 2, 3, 4,
exactly.
5. I mean, it's going to be a while with this cold air.
But they don't get knocked out.
Right, that's right. We come up for air after each one.
Yeah.
Right? The sort of episodic bursts of cold air, but there's a lot of them on the way, I
Also,
think.
they're pretty tough in Marquette.
Yeah.
They are tough. They can handle, but a little jabs here and there to the tummy.
Right.
They're able to kind of withstand that. And you can see, look, people are moving along pretty fine. They're on the roads. They're able to clear things out. But it has just been constant with the snow in Marquette.
It just you get a little new fresh snow to kind of neaten things up a little bit, and then you get a small break and then more. And I mean, it puts us well above average when it comes to snowfall for the season.
And what a difference, right? Just a year makes here. This time when they were only dealing with 50 inches of snow for the season last year, this time around, 123.
Jeez.
Man, that's a lot of snow.
But 50 still seems like enough.
It does seem like it, but for them, it was like, what's going on? They were the Salt Lake City of last year.
It's true.
Salt Lake just hasn't had any.
Salt Lake said nothing.
You know what a great part of that graphic is? The horizontal nature of that snowfall icon on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It is just cold and windy and snowy. Woo-wee.
Oh boy, Wednesday's going to be a tough one. That'll test your Marquette standards there.
Yes.
On Wednesday. You know, we do have a double dose of Arctic fronts. But I do want to talk about where we do have some snow chances, maybe even into the deep south. So we start this with a look at Boone, North Carolina. Now, this week, this is our midweek system. It's rain that comes in on Wednesday. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 40s. But as the system moves through overnight, is there enough cold air that comes in at the same time that we still have the system in the area? It's possible to get some snow showers. You see that. And then it just gets cold. Temperatures in the 20s and windy. It'll feel like it's in kind of the teens at best. Yeah, it gets pretty brutal after that. We do have some snow chances with this midweek system, but it's not in Kentucky. It's mainly in some of the higher spots from West Virginia down into North Carolina. You're going to have to go pretty high up. We're talking about in the Smokies, maybe Gatlinburg, get some new snow out of this. It's not going to be a huge snowmaker, though, for a widespread area of the southern Appalachians here. Again, it's really going to take some elevation. We've got some rain showers that are coming our way with this system. Nashville rain showers, Lexington rain showers, London, Kentucky, mainly rain showers. Now, you in London might finish the whole event with a little bit of snow. You'll see that kind of at the very end. This is 6 o'clock at night, but the system's pulling away and bringing the moisture with it pretty quickly as those temperatures get cold enough to support snow. And that's kind of the story overall, that the system's moving through and moving out by the time the temperatures drop off at night and as that cold air comes in. The wind will be blowing that cold air in, and the wind will make it feel even worse out there with the wind chill. So winds gusting 20, 30 miles per hour Wednesday into Thursday. There's more wind coming in Friday. A very windy second half of the week across the entire southeast. So everyone will definitely notice that. Knoxville, let's take a closer look at you with rain coming in tomorrow afternoon. Do you get a chance for a little bit of snow? Maybe, but probably not Knoxville. You're going to have to go up maybe to Gatlinburg or Bryson City over here in North Carolina to get the snow chances here, and that's where it'll add up. Asheville, even though you could see some flakes flying around, we're not likely to have a lot of accumulation in Asheville. Alex, but there is another storm system for the weekend.
There is, and we will see some. Oh, that's a good goal.
That's a good quest. Yeah. I'd like to do that too.
That would be pretty cool. And are you close? I feel like, Jen, you'd be pretty close, right?
No, I feel like I have a ways to go. Oh, I have made it to Alaska and Hawaii. Those are hard ones.
Posties lived
everywhere. It's true, your hometown.
I have hometowns in every state.
I would like to go by the U.S. highway, though, because I think that's the way to see it. Like,
good
not
point.
Just by interstate.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah. Hopefully the weather's cooperating when you're doing that, too.
Right.
Real quick, when I was in college, a friend of mine, after college, after graduation, biked the circumference of the U.S., the lower 48.
By bike?
No.
By bike. Took him like 6 months. It was awesome.
Well, let's go north. It's a cloudy start here in the Motor City. We have not one but two Arctic fronts that are swinging through this week, and that will keep the city covered in a blanket of snow as we get into the weekend. So we've got a couple of snow chances coming in Plus, it does get really chilly here in and around Detroit and all across Michigan, both lower Michigan and the UP of Michigan. Get ready. More of this coming your way. Detroit, your forecast looks like this. Snow showers with the first system that we're tracking here now midweek. This is tomorrow. Snow coming in. Now, temperatures are still upper 30s, but look at what happens at the end of the week. We start dropping. We've got highs on Thursday, only 20, overnight into the teens. And so when that next system comes in, it will have the cold air to work with. So Thursday, we start the clock with a look at the forecast, and here comes that weekend storm system. You see it overnight Thursday into Friday morning, snow coming in and probably coating the ground as you kick off your Friday commute. That'll be with us throughout the day, and then some snow chances continuing even through Saturday into Saturday evening. We're going to go up here into northern lower Michigan because the first system that we're tracking, the one that comes in for us here later today, this one will bring actually some rain into Traverse City, at least some rain chances mixing in with the rain snow. It will have that sort of rain snow winter precipitate battle going on through tonight, then cold enough through the overnight to get all snow. And then we'll probably just snow for the duration of the events that we will see for the rest of the week here, because again, it does get cold everywhere across this area. It's a couple of inches of snow adding up here. There will be some lake enhancement happening, and that will give us some spots to maybe 3 to 5 inches of snow. Otherwise, it's about 1 to 3. Now into the South Bend area in northern Indiana, we got to talk about what's coming your way. First midweek system comes in, gives us the chance for some snow showers in the area. That's not as big of a deal as what happens after that when we start to get into the lake effect. This is really going to be adding up. Now, this comes in Wednesday, late Wednesday into the overnight into early Thursday morning. A lake effect snow band, probably just one. And that could really give us some pretty intense snowfall rates, really disrupt travel. Be ready on the Indiana Toll Road for travel delays at the every on my short list, too. Just Japan in general.
Yeah, that's a good one. Japan.
Yeah.
Man, the list it continues to get longer and longer. There's just not enough time.
I know. So when is the best weather in Japan? I mean, because their weather is interesting year round. They get great snow in the winter.
Absolutely. So that could be fun to see.
Go skiing in Japan.
Well, you like skiing, so yeah, that would be nice.
But I think the springtime and the cherry blossoms would be pretty cool.
How about just go both? Remember, cost doesn't matter. Just go both seasons.
Yeah. That's right. We put that nice little stipulation there. Cost doesn't matter. Keep your comments coming. Here you can share any pictures using the hashtag YesTV, and we will share them on the show. The launch window quickly approaching. Wow, all around.
Do a little hop in there. That does sound fun.
And so a pretty good shot of seeing the northern lights in some of those real northern spots.
That's a good point. Yeah, got to time it right, and then you get it.
Maybe the eclipse in Iceland. We're planning your trip for you, Karen.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good. Multiple spots is a nice little trip.
I like it.
I like it too.
Well, coming up, the launch window quickly approaching.